My name is Richard Kruskowski. I'm your host for the selection show of the 2018 Fetch Rewards Product Challenge. I'm joined by Tristan Bednarik here. Happy to have you back here on the show.
Thanks, Rich.
We've got a lot of great matchups here. Before we get into things, I'd love to just quickly go over how this tournament works. So we've got 32 excellent products and brands that are going head-to-head in daily matchups. Our very first round of matchups will be held on March 18th, this upcoming Sunday. We've got some excellent first round matchups.
Yeah, we do, Rich.
Our second matchup will be the following Thursday, March 22nd. That'll be the Staple 16s, the winners of all the first round matchups. Next will be the third round. That'll be the Essential 8 products. That'll be selected on March 25th. Then we've got the Foodie 4 on March 27th. The championship will be on March 29th. Tristan, a lot of big names in this year's tournament. Who is your favorite?
I mean, right off the bat, before we've seen the matchups, I am leaning towards the perennial favorite, Goldfish.
Goldfish is a big name. All-time
true.
favorite snack. When I was younger, I used to put down an entire bag in one sitting.
That's an interesting fact there, Rich.
Yes. Alrighty, so let's take a look at a couple of our first round matchups. First one on the board we've got in the top left corner is an excellent matchup. We've got Ben & Jerry's versus Popsicle. Two frozen treats that are both delicious in their own right, but I think we've got a clear-cut winner in Popsicles.
You know, Rich, I think this game's a coin flip. You look at the timing of this matchup. It comes here early in the year, middle of March. Not a whole lot of cold, frozen treats being consumed this time of the year. Ben & Jerry's, you can sit down on the couch, put in a movie, maybe a little bit of popcorn and some ice cream later, you're set. Popsicles, I think, are a summertime treat. I gotta go with Ben & Jerry's in this one.
There are a lot of delicious Ben & Jerry's flavors. The first that comes to mind is fish food, one of my personal favorites. However, I do have to go with Popsicle. Despite what you said with the seasonal dynamic coming into play there, I think Popsicles are just the biggest name in frozen treats. And I think kids running into the store, they look for those red, white, and blue string.
Rocket Pops.
The Rocket Pops. That's what those are delicious. Really are.
He's a wild card.
We've got another good matchup in Godiva pudding versus Jello pudding. I personally believe that Jello pudding is going to make a good run, and I have them in my final four.
I do too. You look at the Jello cups, and you got both the pudding and the Jello in that one. Godiva's running with just the pudding. Gotta have Jello moving on.
Absolutely. Now we take a look into the snacks division. We've got some big names here. Goldfish, as you had mentioned, they're going up against the Royal Danish cookies. We've got Corn Nuts up against the Athenos hummus. We've got TGIF frozen appetizers going up against Bagel Bites. We've got P3 snacks up against Planters Nutrition. Let's take a look at that Corn Nuts Athenos matchup. We were talking before the show about some of our favorite snacks going into this. Corn Nuts are absolutely delicious. I personally love the ranch flavor of those. When I go to a gas station, I'll pick those up with a Powerade. But I'm not sure I've scanned my gas station receipts, now that I think about it.
I don't think a lot of people realize that, but they definitely can. Hopefully they keep that in mind moving here into this tournament. I still think at the end of the day I'm going to go with hummus. Big fan of Corn Nuts, though. I think they tried really hard to get here.
Absolutely. We've got another good matchup in TGIF frozen appetizers up against the Bagel Bites.
Now, Rich, I think this is one of those matchups that both of us disagree on. And you're a fan of the Bagel Bites. I'm a fan of TGI Fridays. What gets you so high on Bagel Bites?
When I was a kid, I used to be able to put down an entire box of Bagel Bites in one sitting.
Entire box.
An entire box, yes. You could. It was quick and easy. You could throw them in the microwave for a few minutes. If you want to achieve a crispier result, you could throw it in the oven for a few minutes. You got yourself a nice snack there. Share that with my sister. TGIF, I feel like, has blown onto the scene a little bit more recently.
Hang on. You said you ate the entire box, but you shared it with your sister.
Well, the second box.
Let's get the stats straight here. Is it the entire box or was it not the entire box?
It was the entire box.
Thank you.
I have a sister. I guess that's what we learned. Alrighty. So that's the snacks division. Who's your favorite coming out of that division?
I have to lean towards the TGI Fridays frozen
Wow.
entrees, appetizers.
That's interesting there because I have Bagel Bites taking the victory in that first round matchup.
I know it's going to be an interesting day one there in the in that division.
I see Bagel Bites having a tough third round matchup against Goldfish, personally. But I think Bagel Bites is going to have a underdog victory a little bit down the road.
Is Goldfish in this division?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is the snacks.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Goldfish on the way. I didn't realize they were at the top of that.
Alrighty, so let's take a look at that beverages division. We've got a great matchup in V8 versus Bolthouse right off the bat. I think Bolthouse is going to take that.
Now you look at the variety that V8 has with the fusions and the just plain old V8 juice. I got to give the nod to V8.
Sure. When I think of V8 juice, I think of my mother.
All the Bloody Marys she drank?
Give me a second. I feel my face being red. Damn it. Alright. We've got an interesting matchup here in Capri Sun versus Kool-Aid Jammers. Now, when I was growing up, I was personally a purple Kool-Aid Jammer person. That's what my household had. But a lot of my friends had Capri Suns in their house. And it's not that I think families were one or the other necessarily. Maybe some people were going for what was on sale in their current weekly flyer maybe. This is a tough matchup.
And it's one of the most exciting ones we'll see in this first round. Gotta say, gonna give the nod to Capri Sun. I think they just have the fan base there. They've been around for a lot longer. I know Kool-Aid in the dry form and the powder is stable.
Yeah.
But Kool-Aid Jammers are relatively new to the scene. And you gotta give it to the old horse.
Absolutely. And you'd mentioned this is a great matchup. I think one of the reasons that this could be such a good matchup, especially, is because I think the winner of this could go on to take the division. And it's kind of a toss-up between there. I mean, there's a lot of good names in this drinks division, but both of these are big names, and that first-round matchup is going to be tough for them.
That's true. That's going to decide a lot of what happens later. I do want to wait until we get a little bit lower in the bracket because I do think that my favorite to come out of this side, the entire bracket, is coming out of this beverage division.
And who may that be? Personally, are you referencing the Maxwell House Crystal Light matchup?
I am talking about that matchup, and I might disagree with you on the result of this first round, but I think Crystal Light is going to make it all the way to the championship.
Really?
I do.
Well, there you have it, folks. Crystal Light going to the championship in Tristan Bednarik's division, which is real fun. I've got Maxwell House going up over the Crystal Light in that very first round there.
That's what makes this kind of stuff exciting, is anyone can make it, anything can happen. It's all just guesswork at this point.
Folks, this is March. Anything can happen in March. Now let's take a look at some of our health and beauty matchups. A lot of great names coming out of this division, some household products that I am currently wearing on my body.
More than one?
No, just the Axe. I have Axe on at the moment.
Understand.
Yep. Actually, I use both Axe deodorant and Axe body lotion in the shower. I use the Black Chill. It's minty, kind of. It's
not a huge lotion in the shower guy.
It's not. No, it's the body wash.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't lotion it in the shower.
Yeah, that just sounds counterintuitive. But yeah, I've heard great things. Don't personally use it. I am personally.
Well, what'd you?
It's a great scent.
Yeah.
It's a great scent. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that scent.
Absolutely.
But when you compare that to the history that Dove carries with it, I don't think there's a comparison. It's kind of the same argument I was making with the Capri Sun and Kool-Aid Jammers. You just can't argue with history.
Sure. Dove is a recognizable name in the health and beauty industry. It's got some excellent products there. It's got the first round matchup against Pond's Cold Cream. I think Dove will take that there, and I actually have Dove taking that division. Tough second round matchup against Axe in my bracket, but I think Dove will take it home.
And who's Axe going up against this first round?
Axe is going up against St. Ives Lotion. Another good matchup there.
Now I think, I don't have it in my notes in front of me, but I think that I took the St. Ives Lotion. Just again, I think more variety, and we're talking about grocery receipts now.
Absolutely.
Not sure how much Axe deodorant is going through grocery stores.
Sure. We've got another matchup, good matchup here. Vaseline versus Suave Hair Products. I think Vaseline takes it there.
And we have another disagreement.
Interesting.
I think that just the breadth of the field with Suave, got a deep bench, got a lot of different products to pull from. Got to give them the nod.
From what I read too, they had an excellent February. Coming hot into the tournament is important.
That's true. You gotta ride the momentum, whatever you got.
Absolutely. And the final matchup, I was going to try to make a pun using Degree, but I couldn't come up with one. We've got Degree versus Simple Moisturizer. I could have made a simple pun, but I couldn't come up with one.
Gonna give Degree gonna have them advancing in this matchup.
So that there, folks, are the first round matchups in the 2018 Fetch Rewards product tournament.
Before we go, Rich, what's your final four?
My final four is Jell-O Pudding, Bagel Bites, Maxwell House, and Dove Soap.
Now, Rich, I think we only agree on one of them. I think I shared most of my picks throughout the broadcast here, but
You did.
you did. Just want to remind everyone at home in case they're placing their bets. I know a lot of people make their bets based on my pick.
We don't condone betting.
Gonna go with Dove. Gonna go with the Goldfish. Gonna go with Crystal Light. And who would I have coming out of the snack?
The desserts.
The desserts. Jell-O pudding.
Jell-O pudding.
That's right. I don't have that making it into the finals, but and then in the finals.
Alrighty. And who do you have in your championship, and who is the winner?
Gonna have a Goldfish Crystal Light matchup. Both of them have what it takes to go the entire way. At the end of the day, I think Goldfish is gonna win pretty handily.
Personally, in my championship matchup, I have Bagel Bites going up against Maxwell House. Stay tuned this upcoming week to see the winners of our first round matchup, and follow us on Facebook